Do you think this pocket knife is worth $910? This is the Brown Knives FSD-I. Now, to be exact, this is the mini FSD-I number 041. You can actually search for this exact model on the website. It does say sold out because I have it on me right now. You can actually see right there. It says number 41-M. I don't know what M means. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. It says USA made. And we're going to talk about this interesting locking system here later. I'm going to go through the specs real quick. The finish on this is bead blast stone washed with sanded flats. And I found out this is the milling style number 5. I was really enamored by this when I unboxed it. Y'all were there with me. And the pocket clip has that same style on it. The back spacer is bead blast stone wash as well. It's got some jimping on that. Let's move on to the blade real quick. It is a stone washed hollow ground satin CPM Magna Cut. I literally am reading this from my script right now because this is beyond my expertise, bro. You know what I'm saying? You guys come here, I tell you about the ergonomics, the action, the aesthetics. I talk about the materials a little bit. When it comes down to getting to the spec heavy stuff of knives, I'm not super knowledgeable about that. I've always been honest. So I did have to do a little bit of research on this one, guys. The lock, at first I thought this was a liner lock, but it's actually called the inset lock, yo. So you can see right there, it is inside. There is a cutout into the titanium for this lock, and then there's screws there, and then it becomes like a liner lock. Now, a liner lock that has nested liners, I literally shot this after I shot that part so I can explain the whole liner lock thing, because I am learning just as much as my TikTok audience is. So you see this, these are nested liners on the F5.5. That's your liner lock right there, right? And it is nested into the G10, dog. You feel me on that? And there's like a skeleton, yo, you know? And then there you go. When it's put together, it's like that. It's hiding, it's hidden, it's nested. This is the Civivi Praxis. It's an old budget knife. You can see the liners are like way out there. And a lot of budget knives don't do this anymore. Well, the good ones don't. They put them inside. But the mini FSD-I is even crazier because it's got an inset lock. And there's like screws missing there. Look at that. There's a screw missing there. And there's a screw missing there. I don't know what that's about, but it doesn't affect the performance of the knife at all. It's running on ceramic bearings. That's why the action is so good. And also, I think the detent is so dialed in that's why it just performs so well with the action. Speaking of action, you have 3 different modes of deployment. You could literally flip it right here, or this notch, or this fuller with a slot. The action goes crazy on this one, yo. I know people on TikTok are gonna be like, where's the action at? You can get the action on my Instagram. I just can't show it on TikTok because I will get banned again. Another thing that I found super interesting that is very uncommon, and I think this is my first kind of deep dive into mid-techs and customs, is there's only 2 screws visible on this. You got this one right here, and then you have that right there. There's no pocket clip screws because they are inside the knife. They're kind of like right there with the back spacer. And you're going to have to take this entire knife apart to get the pocket clip off. And you can also see the inset lock screws underneath the pocket clip. So you're not really seeing a lot of screws, resulting in a much cleaner aesthetic that, you know, just a cheaper knife just wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? You have some jimping on the top of the blade here. It's pretty minimal though. My hand is like really slipping off that. But ergonomically, this is really good, man. You have this grip right here feeling fantastic, and you have a finger choil right here in case you want to choke up on it a little bit. But the question of the video is it worth $910, right? The action goes too hard. That's like number 1 right there. The blade is hand ground. I watched another video to actually find that out. So this is like a semi-custom, mid-tech, custom-ish. You know what I'm saying? You just won't find these features on knives that are like less than, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get a $200 knife with all these features, bro. You're just not, you know, with all the hidden screws and all that. Plus, this is made entirely in the USA. All the materials, all the manufacturing, all the assembly is like in Blaine, Washington or something like that. The domestic manufacturing is definitely going to jump the cost up quite a bit. And on top of that, you can't get it. It's very rare. When these drop in small batches, they're sold out immediately. So there is like a high demand for it. Just think like in terms of sneakers, or like a rare Magic card, or a rare comic book, or rare action figure or something. You know what I'm saying? That is how these knives get to be this price. And I handle a lot of knives every month. I'm telling you, this thing is worth it, man. If I had if I had the G to burn and I could actually find one, I would own this 100%. But drop what y'all think in the comments about the Brown Knives Mini FSD-I. This is the number 41. Shout out to the homie who sent it to me. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.